Good morning. Welcome to an episode of the Mizuho Week Ahead. I'm Boon Heng, market economist at Mizuho Bank. This week's theme is intervention and intermissions. Given the incessant signing of executive orders and the tussle between US CPI and PPI, markets endured another turbulent week last week. The dollar index sought to touch 108.5 in midweek before diving close to a one-month low of below 107 at the end of last week. Similarly, from the start of last week, 2-year US yields soared 10 basis points to 4.37% in midweek before being tempered to 4.26% on last Friday. To recap, US CPI exceeded expectations and ignited inflation worries and affirmed Fed Chair Powell's near-term patience to hold rates. Subsequently, US PPI, on a core basis, dampened these fears as the subcomponents remained contained. Weaker than expected US retail sales for January, driven by weather events, also sent USD yields lower and the dollar weaker last Friday. On the trade front, last week kicked off with tariffs on steel and aluminium, followed by an initiation of reciprocal tariffs. Nonetheless, markets chose to focus on the delayed implementation of these tariffs, providing room for negotiations. Admittedly, the likes of India and Japan have already begun to signal a start to their trade talks. That said, there was still some underperformance for the yen as USD yields weighed. In India, despite a softer than expected CPI print backing further easing, the rupee's outperformance was on the back of significant intervention from the RBI to caution against excessive speculation. On a similar note in Malaysia, the Bank Negara Malaysia declared readiness to manage excessive moves in the ringgit. Meanwhile, the BSP's surprise rate hope is merely an intermission in their easing cycle, with the governor communicating that an April policy rate cut remains on the table and a 200 basis point RRR cut could still be done before April. Looking to the week ahead, likely joining the BSP, Bank Indonesia is likely to return to a pause on Wednesday, 19th of February, though they remain on the hunt for opportunities to ease in their quest to support growth. In Thailand, a Q4 GDP acceleration is expected today on the back of fiscal handouts and strong tourism flows. The growth momentum, though, will likely fade into 2025 amid continued manufacturing and trade vulnerabilities. In Singapore, the Sing dollar has outperformed amid the relief rally and perhaps perversely reflects the advantages of its open, less trade barriers economy in the face of reciprocal tariffs. Coming off strong growth in 2024, budget FY 2025 on 18th of February is set to be an expansionary one on the back of accumulated surpluses in earlier years. The usual slew of GST vouchers will be expected to alleviate cost of living concerns alongside further handouts on account of SG60 celebrations to buffer growth headwinds ahead. Down under, also on 18th February, we expect a very close call for the RBA to begin a hawkish cut amid rising global uncertainties and inflation risks. Though considering still robust labor outcomes, it gives second thoughts on this easing, blunted by December's trim mean inflation heading into their target range. On balance, even as a week appears to have ended on a backdrop of softer US dollar, it is still worthwhile to remind ourselves that President Trump desires a competitive but still dominant dollar. For more information on the week's and the events this week, please refer to our Week Ahead publication or contact your respective sales desk and RMs. And for regular notifications on our market views, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Thank you.